Shane, we talked a little bit about this, not much, but Apple TV Plus is finally changing their subscription price. So if I believe I am correct, it's been 3 years now that we've had of Apple TV Plus, and I've had it for whenever Macbeth came out. I've had it for that long. And to be honest with you, I have seen Macbeth on there, and I've seen Severance, and
What about The Northman?
no, I seen that in theaters.
You haven't seen it again?
No, I haven't. It's on. I think it's on Amazon, isn't it?
It is now.
Yeah,
or on Netflix. I just added it since I had those two.
But yes. But yeah. So other than that, man, I don't think I've used this app at all. But it has been, I believe it was $4.99 a month, right?
Mm-hmm.
For me, it may have been a little cheaper than that. But $4.99 a month is kind of so cheap, right, that you kind of just forget about it. And you justify it as like, hey man, even if I watch one movie a month or something from there, it's probably worth $5, or $4.99 a month. And I agree 100%. Again, I may be paying less, so it probably doesn't bother me either way, no matter how much they increase it. But it looks like they're jumping it up $2, so it's going to go from $4.99 to $6.99 per month. There is a lot of stuff on here that I haven't seen personally. But I know are big hits, like for instance Ted Lasso, as we see in the article. That's a really big thing that a lot of people watch, and people love Jason Sudeikis, and there's a few things on there that I know are really big that I just haven't had time to check out, and I don't really know how much I would really enjoy it. Ted Lasso was a coach at Wichita State too in the show, so that's pretty hilarious as well. But yeah, so $4.99, $6.99, not that big of a jump. $49 a year to $69 a year. It's $20 more. It's not that bad. Like they said in the article, I'll read a quote here. We introduced Apple TV Plus at a very low price because we started with just a few shows and movies, Apple said in a statement to The Hollywood Reporter. 3 years later, Apple TV Plus is home to an extensive selection of award-winning and broadly acclaimed series, feature films, documentaries, and kids and family entertainment for the world's most creative storytellers. So, I mean, I agree to a certain extent. Again, another thing I haven't seen, right? I haven't seen Coda, and it won Best Picture at the Academy Awards last year. And it's been on there, and I have the app, and still haven't went and seen it. So yeah, so I obviously they do have a bit of a reputation now with some of the stuff they have. Again, they have a Best Picture winning film. They have series that are doing really well. Severance is great. It is definitely one of the better series I've seen in a while. I really enjoyed it a lot, and if they continue to make more stuff like that, then I'll be all about it, and you'll see me not complaining about this at all. That being said, in the grand scope of things, right, this still isn't crazy. $6.99 a month, guys, come on. We're paying again, when Netflix was I pay $19.99 a month for Netflix for the version of it that I get. We did talk about on the show that they're dropping to a lower tier. What was it? Was it $6.99?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, I believe so.
Sounds right.
But as we talked about, it's a 720p, all that. This is $6.99. You're still getting everything that you were already getting at $4.99. You're still getting 4K capabilities. You're still getting digital Dolby capabilities, digital Dolby sound capabilities. So, it's definitely still a way better bargain than Netflix is trying to give us at $6.99. And honestly, it's a better bargain than most of them, as long as they keep delivering us that, like they were saying in the article, award-winning content. As long as they can keep bringing that, then I think that over time we will slowly see this happen. I said this years ago when Disney Plus came out and it was $4.99 a month, and everyone was like, "Whoa, this is amazing." I'm like, don't get used to that too quickly, because it's brand new and they're just trying to get people to come in. But at some point they're going to realize, hey, we can't charge $4.99 when Netflix is charging $20 a month. So I think this is an example of that. I think we'll see more streaming services start having to increase a little bit, especially the ones that are lower. Again, like $4.99 a month. Shane, I was telling you I pay $1.99 a month for Peacock. So, I mean, over time, eventually these services will have to charge a little bit more. But I think with Apple is a better example of how it's done, where you give us, again, like award-winning material. That's a good way to attract people. I should go over and watch Coda. I should be watching these things. I don't know what the hell I'm doing in my life, guys. I would rather watch people fly around and punch each other, I guess. But I'm sure when I watch Coda, I'll be like, what the hell? What was I thinking? So I have Apple TV Plus. I'm keeping Apple TV Plus. Shane, you're hearing this. I know you don't have Apple TV Plus, but you have enjoyed the luxuries of some Apple TV Plus stuff. Give us your thoughts. What are you thinking about this $2 price increase?
Well, we've talked many times on this show about these streaming services. How are they making money? And, so I'm not surprised at all that there is a price jump. Their excuse, though, of, hey, we have more content, it makes it sound like it was part of a plan of how, hey, we'll start at this low introductory rate for a few years, and then we'll, beef up our catalog, and then we'll pay more. I'd believe that if they weren't also increasing Apple Music as well. So obviously they're trying to, collect some extra dough. And honestly, at the time they're choosing to do this, a company like Apple, during a recession when my bread's already a couple more dollars and they're telling me, hey, spend a couple more dollars on milk, and now True. Apple comes along and it's like, hey, you're paying a couple more dollars for everything else. Right. You might as well. And it's not like, it's because of the recession. It's like, oh, we have to pay our actors more. We have to pay the copyright legality. Right. The lawyers that we employ cost more because their services during the recession, whatever. So I think it's pretty despicable. Let's say that Apple is now doing this price point raise at this point in time. I mean, wait a year. Let's wait until the summer. I mean, whatever. I don't have it.
The problem
I'm not going to get it. So
I don't
know
how long you can wait, because it's been 3 years, right? I mean, and again, they do have, I don't know.
I don't know. It's one of those things. Read the room,
Yeah. I get your take on it for sure, and I agree.
And they got their, their board of trustees, and they got all their shareholders, and they're like, yeah, but if we wait, that's $30 million that we won't get in that next 6 months.
So maybe the best way to do it, I think, because I think you have a valid argument here. And so maybe the best way to do it was to say, hey, starting, next month, if you're new to Apple TV Plus, it's going to be $6.99 a month. Cool. But for our current users, for the next year at least,
there you go.
We're going to honor that you keep your $4.99 price point. I think that would have probably been the better way to go about it.
For someone who at the beginning of the summer had 5 or 6 streaming subscriptions, and now I've cut it down to 3, it's one of those things where, I'm feeling the crunch. I'm sure a lot of us are feeling the crunch. Even if you're not, you're still noticing a little bit. And so to have a company at that point go, hey, here's a little bit more, I think that's a great compromise where it's like, hey, any new subscribers, Peacock just did that.
Yes, they did.
When we were doing Halloween,
right.
Key was all like, just buy it. It's $2. And I'm like, they're telling me it's $5. I'm trying to buy it. They're telling me it's $5. It's like, oh, it must have been when I signed up for it.
Yeah, it was.
So, that's, and, I think, too, that as a subscriber holder, that's some of the perks, too, where it's like, man, I'm never going to get rid of my Apple Plus because I'm spending $5.
I've been grandfathered in.
Exactly. So, not only does it work to, to get more money coming in, which obviously they're wanting to, but it's going to retain that as well. It's like, well, I don't want to ever get rid of my Apple Plus.
For sure, right?
What's it going to be in 5 years?
Especially as it goes on, right? Mm-hmm. Because, let's say in a year they finally do raise you up to $6.99, but the people that were at $6.99 go up to $8.99. Yep. So you're always getting kind of a price cut and a deal for being part of the group early. Right, exactly.
Agree.
I think that's brilliant. And a company like Apple should totally be looking to do stuff like that.
Yeah.
When, again, as we talk about all the time, you know, they don't care about this. You know, this is something that they're like, you know, growing in a garden in the corner. It's only one of them. You know, they got a lot of other shit growing that they care a lot more about that yields them a lot more crops. So, but I get it. I agree with your take 100%, and I think that, yeah, there's probably should have been some sort of compromise, especially for those new subscribers, you know, or for those loyal subscribers, I mean. And it makes sense to even, I think it is a kind of a marketing gimmick in itself to say, hey, and if you people out there that haven't got it at $4.99 a month, you got 30 days, and then if you ever want it again, it's going to be $6.99 a month. I mean, that may even entice someone like you that doesn't have it, like, damn, I might as well grab it now because who knows what it'll be. It could go up again, you know, right, exactly. So,
and you know what, like you said, any type of loyalty program, I know that I enjoy, but man, my wife, and I'm sure there's a lot of people like my wife. If someone has a card, a punch card or something, oh my God, it's like they care about me, and even though she knows that they don't.
Right.
But you know, it works the same way with this.
Valued.
Exactly. That, you know, so someone like my wife hearing that, she'd eat that up. She'd be like, "Suckers, I'm only paying $5."
Right. Again, especially as the years go on, right? But anyway, guys, So, what are you guys' thoughts on all this? Do you guys have Apple TV Plus? Are you gonna keep it with this $2 price range? Are you gonna get rid of it? Do you not have it? Are you not interested if it goes up more? I mean, clearly you didn't have it already, so it's gonna be a lot less interesting at $2 more per month, right? But yeah, let us know down in the comment section below what you guys think.